Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Spartan Crew Gaming, and today we're going to be talking about Middle-earth Shadow of War once again. So there was a developer live stream last Friday on Twitch, and we got a whole bunch of new information. So we're going to try to go over that and summarize it pretty well in a short amount of time, hopefully. And we're going to be getting a new developer live stream next Friday, on the, I think, the 18th or so, I believe. I think that's the right day. And hopefully they'll be talking about some new stuff, and I'm thinking if they're going to be having another live stream pretty soon, maybe they're going to release some new content, maybe on Wednesday or something, since they released the reveal on a Wednesday. I don't know, but we're going to be getting another developer live stream, answering more questions, so look forward to that. That's going to be awesome. But we're going to be going over the news from this last live stream, so let's jump into that, and yeah, here we go. So first off, we are jumping into gear. Now, there's a bunch of stuff mentioned about the gear you can get in this game, and how the different regions work, and how each tribe actually has its own gear set. So what's really cool about this is, if you have a tribe that maybe you're fighting with in the game, so maybe you have dominated most of the mechanical tribe, because that's one of the tribes in Mordor. They're, I guess, more mechanical based, probably pretty cool looking. We haven't seen them yet. We only saw the Terror tribe in the gameplay reveal. But let's say you're working with them, they're going to have their own armor set that you can earn and get from loot. So maybe whether you're fighting them or working with them, you can get your own armor set that is, like, I think, mechanical tribe themed. So really cool to see that each tribe has their own mythic set. So there are 5 tribes in the base game, and then 2 on the silver and gold edition. You get 2 extra nemesis tribes, which is the outlaw tribe and the slaughter tribe. So they'll get their own armor mythic sets as well. So really cool to see that. Of course, you'll be getting all your other legendary and mythic gear throughout the game that's not, tribe themed, that's differently themed. It's super awesome that you can earn all that, like, legendary gear by fighting with or against those tribes. But what's really cool also is in the interview, or the interview stream with the developers, they were talking about how you can customize your gear. So you can switch out your capes, you can add runes to your ring of power that you have to increase its power and stuff. You can, change, of course, your outfit. Your weapons can be changed out. I believe, of course, from the pre-order bonuses, it looks like you can get the Epic Sword of Dominion, so you can change out your swords, and I believe your knife, probably. I don't think you can change the weapon like you can carry around a war axe or anything, but I'm pretty sure you can change your sword and your knife and stuff. So super awesome, really customizable to the character. Also, Talion is getting his beard back, so super awesome. Really cool that we're going to see all that gear. So yeah, that's all for the gear section. Next, we're going to be jumping into the beasts. So, they were talking about beasts, and what kind of beasts you're going to be getting in the game. So, of course, we saw the Drake, we have our Caragors and our Graugs, and all kinds of cool stuff, right? And, so the cool thing is those Drakes and that siege will be able to be flown around the entire open world region you're in, not just the fortress you're attacking, but if you're in the Saragos region, you can fly your Drake around the entire region before you have to load up the next region and go into the other region. And once you're in that region, then you can, find another Drake and, fly it around to your heart's content. So super cool. But what's awesome is, according to each region and who is controlling it, and the way that region is made, and how that region looks, and how it is, with weather-wise, the animals are going to change. So say you're up in Saragos, or a more cold region, the animals there might have fur. So there might be more rag-looking creatures, or warg-looking creatures. From, like, Lord of the Rings, they might be more furry. There might even be wargs up there. He said that there's going to be different creatures in different regions that they can't mention yet. So really awesome. One they did mention, though, was that there are spiders, I believe, in the snow area region, so like frost spiders. So we're going to be fighting spiders. Those are confirmed. Really awesome to see that. But according to the region that you're in, let's say you're in the Sea of Nirn, or you're right next to Mount Doom, the animals are going to look different, have different patterns, act differently, and there might be even new beasts and animals there. So really cool to see that they're going to be changing that around, and we're going to be able to mess with that. I can't wait to how that works with the Beastmasters, and how the Beast tribe, I think there is a Beastmaster tribe in this game, I believe there is, and they make the beasts submit to them. It would be really cool to see what kind of beasts we're going to fight against, and bend to our will in the game. So next off, we're going to be talking about new abilities and such. So let's jump into that. So the new abilities in this game are going to be pretty cool. Since the world is bigger, you're going to be able to double jump now, run faster, do more things. Just basically, Talion's upgraded. There's over 100 new things to do in the skill tree, I think, or 100 new skills that you can acquire. Super awesome that you can do that. But of course, in the game, you can, like, leap up walls faster, like we saw in the gameplay reveal. At the beginning of the game, you're not going to be OP or anything, but at the end of the game, you might be. But also, another thing is, the game will also have 3 modes of difficulty, which is easy, normal, and hard. So super awesome. Cannot wait for that, because the first game had no different difficulty settings. This game will. It's going to be pretty epic to be able to fight on all those different settings and, see how good you are and see how difficult the game can get, because a difficult game is a fun game. A game that is too easy gets boring, so cannot wait to see what they can do with the hardness difficulties and everything. But over 100 new skills that you can acquire in the skill tree, I believe. Just a bunch of stuff, everything from double jumps to faster running, because the world's a lot bigger, so you need some new abilities, like that shadow pull where you can pull the orcs to you instead of going towards them with the shadow strike. Really cool stuff like that. And yeah, so let's jump into DLC and story. So with the story, they said the story is going to be absolutely massive. They're going to have cutscenes and all kinds of stuff, or even side missions. So that's really awesome. So the side missions will have their own, like, cutscenes and cinematics. Really cool that he mentioned that. Also, the main story is going to be huge. He said it's going to be a huge story. He said, and we're not cutting anything out by making it DLC. The DLC that they are making are 2 different characters completely. And they said one of those characters is actually in the art on the Shadow of War Silver and Gold edition. So one of those characters on that cover art is actually playable. I don't know if it's the guy or the girl on there, but it's one of them. But Gladriel is also confirmed to be a playable character. Michael DePlatter said that in the interview. He said she's a bunch of fun to play, so really awesome. She's confirmed to be playable. Super excited about that. That makes me so happy that we're going to be able to play as Gladriel. Cannot wait to see what her movesets are and to see how she fights. It's going to be pretty epic. And then the other character, whether it's the girl or the guy on the front of the standard or gold editions, I don't know, but it's called the Desolation of Mordor DLC, and the other one's called Gladriel's Blade. So whoever you're playing in Desolation of Mordor, hopefully they'll be a lot of fun to play. I'm supposing, since they aren't Talion, they're going to have a different set of abilities, so cannot wait to see that. That should be super awesome. And I'm excited to see that the story is so much bigger, that there are more human elements, like in the first part of the game. But also they talked about other stuff that I'm going to mention in the next section, which is the open world. So the open world in this game is a whole bunch bigger, as we mentioned in the last video, and this might be rehashing some of the information. But the world's supposed to be a lot bigger. Michael DePlatter said in the stream that the sections are have a bigger footprint, so they are bigger, I guess, in width, you could say, than both the sections, or the sections in the first game. So Adun and Nirn, they are bigger than that significantly, but they are also more deep and vertical, so like there's a lot more to explore in them. So you're gonna have mountains to climb and places to go underground in, so it's not like the maps are just bigger in the sense of wideness and how far you can run across them, but they're also they have more depth, so you can go underground, you can climb mountains, there's going to be more cities, more outposts in them, and so there's still outposts you have to deal with and small forts, but then there's the big fort sieges that are ginormous forts that we see at Saragost. But there's also small little outposts, probably like, I would say, the size of the ones we saw in the first game, maybe. I don't know. Still really cool that we get to see all those places and interact with the orcs and those, and see beasts and all kinds of stuff. And of course, everything in the game, each tribe, whoever controls that area, will affect the environmentals, so the weather will be different, the way things look will be different, the animals, everything will react differently according to the tribe that's controlling it. But what's really cool is the reason they call this game Shadow of War is it's no longer in Mordor. You get to go to the city of Minas Ithil, I believe, and I know it's not confirmed, but you do see this on the map. You see Osgiliath and Gondor. And someone asked this to Michael DePlatter, will we get to go to Gondor? And he said, I can't say anything right now, but Minas Ithil does have a lot of the same Gondorian architecture as Gondor, so what makes me think there is they might kind of copy and paste and use some of the same architecture to use Gondor, whether it's for a small bit of the game or for a larger bit. I don't know. Gondor seems like a really really much very much a big dream. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I do think Osgiliath is going to be in the game from the gameplay reveal, which I'll be playing in the background of this video. But so maybe Osgiliath and Gondor will be in the game. That is not confirmed. He didn't say anything about Osgiliath, but he did kind of hint that Gondor might, but it's still a huge maybe. So we learned a whole bunch. Also, we're going to be talking about orcs next, and yeah, so let's get into that. So what about orcs? What can they do? So orcs are going to have blood brothers now, which means if you have an orc on your side who is branded by you and fighting, and you're going to a fort where his blood brother is at, so his BFF, his best friend, you know, if you go there and attack that fort, and his blood brother's there, he's not going to like you for making him fight his blood brother. So you can have all kinds of cool stuff that's going on there. Also, there's orcs that have, you know, nemesises against each other, like we saw in the gameplay trailer with the guy that liked fire. You know, he didn't like Stormbringer. He said, you know, you stole my kill. You know, there'll be that stuff, but there'll also be the opposite with blood brothers. So you can actually make blood brothers fight each other. There's also this orc arena thing where you can make orcs fight each other to the death, which is interesting as well. So a lot of new orc variety, of course. The game's going to be great. I can really not wait. And basically that is all of what we got from this live stream. Of course, I probably missed a few facts. There's some other YouTubers out there that did cover the stream as well, that you know, got some good facts and news on it as well, so you can go watch them. But I just want to say, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm super psyched for Shadow of War. The next live stream will be going up Friday, which I believe is the 18th. I cannot remember. Hopefully we'll be getting some new gameplay and more to report on. I just want to say, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is your commentator, Spartan True Gaming, signing out.